Yo, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to unbox this new camera body that I got. It just came out, got it finally in the mail. This is the A7 IV. Also have the A1 and I own the A9. It's beautiful. This A9 has been through almost everything and shot through so many things, but it's time to sort of semi-retire this unless I'm shooting more sports and stuff. But this is the A9. And the A1 should be a big replacement, but I got this for a friend, so it's not my body. I'm gonna do that unboxing maybe on another video. But this is the A4, which I'm going to unbox, and I can't wait to utilize this. And all right, here it is. Instructions manuals. All right, all the warranties, the memory cards, all that stuff. This is a first look unboxing, and not much inside. All right, okay, let's see. You got the cable that came with it. This is the A7 IV. You have these are interesting little cloths instead of like the usual styrofoam-ish type papers, like a cloth one. Okay, the Z battery, and what is this? It's a charger. Okay, it doesn't come with. That's funny. This doesn't come with a charger for the camera. It comes with this little brick, but no charger. And it outputs 7.5 watts. And I don't know what this is. We'll open that in a little bit. And this is it. The camera body. That's all there is really to this box. It's so empty. Not much to this. All right. Okay. I might as well just do the other unboxing real quick. All right, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love this grip. Oh, the grip on this is beautiful. It holds so much better with full grip rather than thickness level on this grip. Oh, I can't get my pinky on it. On the A9 and then the A4. It's lighter. It's a lot lighter. It feels like there's more plastic in here. But yeah. Oof. It doesn't have the 4 number. It's on top of it, on the top. And the joystick pedal is a lot better. The spin dials are just as nice, and I love this new multi-function knob that you can press it and it'll lock, and you unpress it and it'll just keep spinning, so you can utilize this. Is very tight compared to the A9, which is kind of like that there's no lock on it. The A9 II has a lock, but the first gen doesn't have one, so I can't utilize that. But here we go, my two beautiful camera bodies. Wonder what this is. Let's take a look. Not the lens cap holder. Let's see. So it comes with. Oh, it's a cable. Wow. Thought something special, but it's just the USB-C cable, which is amazing. I love that it's powered by USB-C. So if you didn't have one, I'm lucky that I have a charger that came with my A9. Like an actual plug in the wall charger instead of this one. The ports I love on this, it's like clip ports with the, how do you pull it? Oh, there you go. Full HDMI out. Oh my goodness, can't believe finally. But there's a multi, which is for your HDMI, their video out. So micro HDMI for video out, I believe. Is that right? Video out? Yeah, it's micro HDMI. I'm not sure. Actually, no, it's USB. Micro USB for other ports that utilizes this micro USB port. And it's also charges through USB-C. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get right to the other box real quick. Let me move these little bodies to the side. They're saving a lot of money on trees. I'm gonna show you guys the box. This box right here, it just, look at this box. A gigantic box with nothing in it. And then the A1, the box for the A1, it's like a lot smaller. But this box is so much bigger than the A1 in size comparison. Looking at the A1, all right, real quick. You have your instruction manuals. It's a lot more. It seems like a lot more than the A7 IV, in terms of material stuff. Oh, it has a little connector, so you don't ruin your cords and cables, and your USB-C. And let's see what we got. Oh, the A1 cable. Beautiful looking cable. It's the leather strap versus, I think they're both leather, yeah. I wouldn't utilize these anyways, but you know, comes with the strap. A1 and A9, I mean A1 and A7 IV. And here's the charger. The BCQZ1 doesn't come with it. The other camera body. All right. Look at this. Here's the A1. Beautiful right there. Show you guys it real quick. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this beautiful body. It weighs a little bit more than the other one. Has more dials, but that's a sexy beast. Oh my goodness. In terms of top dials, here's the look, front to front, the other side, and then the top, and then the back screen. They both have, oh, this one doesn't have a tilt screen, so this one's just like the same as the A9, where it just kind of swivels out. The A7 IV has a, you know, it swivels out. Just back away. Alright, what else is that? What else comes with? Oh, the battery. And that's it, basically it. That's basically it to the video. Back to the A7 IV. Alright, I love this. Look at this. Oh, the swivel screen. Beautiful. When you're vlogging, you can see yourself. Lock it up. Looks nice. Oh, alright. And go through the setup and everything. Alright guys, so this is my setup of my A7 IV. I'm gonna go through the quick menu selection right through here. So I'm currently using a V30 card, I don't know, V60 or a V90, which is probably the best for shooting video in 4K. But since I'm using a V30, I won't be able to shoot in different codecs of like All Intra HD, or I mean All Intra 4K, because you know you need, there's a lot of bit rate in terms of that. The first thing I like to do when I set up my camera is to make sure that we switch over to video. Sorry about that sound right there from the outside. And when you're going through the menu settings, you can actually switch it over here. Let me see. Where does it go to that? You can switch it so that, there it is right here. Different set for stills and movies. Doing this right here will let it have two different sets. So when you switch over to video or photo, the settings could be completely different. So make sure that is set. So I have it all set right here for all the check marks of besides white balance, because I want to keep it whatever white balance is already on. So, and that is what I want in terms of like, that's all the things that are different. The only thing that's not set differently is the white balance. So for instance, like right now it is set to video and I switch it over to photos. The settings are completely different. See, let's say if I switch it over to, let me switch it to like f2.8, and let me switch the shutter to like 800 right here, 828 ISO 400. And switch over to video. Right now it'll be 53.5 at ISO 125. So that is my default currently where I'm filming it, and that's what I've set it to. So if I wanted to do something differently, that's how I would get to that point. So I would definitely switch that over to that setting. So I'll move this over so you can kind of see the whole screen. And so I haven't fully set up my main menu except for putting the format there, just because I couldn't find the format as easily. But this is, I love this new menu option settings compared to the Sony A9. It goes through a lot easier. So format, you kind of want to shoot in 4K because why not? It's the Sony A7 IV and it shoots great in 4K resolution, as long as you have a computer that can edit it. If you don't, you know, shoot it in HD. But movie settings, definitely set it at 24 frame rate, and it can shoot in 10-bit, which is amazing. So the more bit, the more I guess memory will take up, as well as all that snazzy jazz. Let me make sure this is focused right now. On here, lock it. There we go. And other than that, so definitely tune that. So I'm gonna go back, and S&Q settings, but we'll just leave it at that. If you have a fast card, 24p, 60 frames per second, maybe 30, because it needs a double, but either way, I mean, you can do that. Leaving 30, 60p, 140 megabit at 422 10-bit. Yeah. So proxy settings, if your computer can't handle it, turn on proxy settings so that I can use proxies to edit the footage. And this is cool. So I have it on auto. It'll stay at what it is unless you assign a button, so it can crop in if needed. So, and lens compensation, I have it on auto as well. I'm breathing on auto. So this is so far my settings for it. And there's the format buttons and all that stuff. If you have two of the same memory cards, you can set up to simultaneous recording, and I have it at off. Turn that. And in terms of the file settings, let me see. I have file name as title and file as reset when you format the card. And I switched it to, instead of it saying like DSC whatever, I switched it to A74. So if I shoot different cameras, I know this is the A74 footage compared to the other one. That's why I switched it to that. And I guess you don't really need to know about these, because unless you use memory recall. I mostly leave mine at manual, so this is pretty much my settings when I'm shooting. And of course this right here, silent mode. I keep my silent mode off because I like to hear the mechanical shutter, and it doesn't really matter because with this type of camera, using silent shutter, I mean, you're gonna get a lot more rolling shutter. So I'll just leave it as off. And plus I use a lot of flash. So if you're using flash, you need a mechanical shutter to be on anyways. So that doesn't really matter. That's why you have an A9 to use that silent shutter. And so anti-flicker, this is amazing. You can switch it so that it'll anti-flicker. Maybe I guess when it's like seeing like lights that are in the background, LED lights, you can have it like a decimal point. So you can switch it to a certain decimal that it won't get that, it'll capture that LED light that's in the background. That's the variable shutter for this anti-flicker set. I believe mine's like kind of on auto, so it'll come on when that happens. Audio recording, I like to have it on so that it'll show the audio recording when you're on the menu right here. You can see that audio recording that's going off. And currently have it set to 20. Make sure you kind of not, when you talk into the microphone, it's not going to 0. It's between the -12 to the -3 decibel level. That's why I usually keep my voice at, but you can adjust it the way you want it. But I don't have the microphone currently on. I'm using the audio from the my phone to record this footage. And of course, all the audio level display, I want it on. And of course, you want it recording. So this is time code, but this is when you're filming with time code presets and all that stuff. But if you're not doing like professional filming, you don't need to worry about that. Image stabilization, I have it on standard, auto. This is like how much shake you can have. You can have it more active if you want it to crop in more. It does crop into your footage. Even though it shoots at a 7K sensor, it does crop into your footage a bit. And I have a set that like you can zoom in, and I'll definitely leave on clear image zoom on. And it's amazing when you're doing video footage. So this is kind of cool. So when you're like shooting video, you can't see anything here now, but I have a set that I press this button, it'll crop in. Oops, sorry. I have a set that you can press this button, it'll crop in. APS-C sensor, and then you can actually press this button to zoom in. It can get like a extra 2 zoom all the way. It's kind of cool. You can get 2 zoom, or 1.5 actually, on clear image zoom. So I press this as to zoom back out. So like looks like a digital zoom built into the camera, especially during video. It's kind of cool. And then shooting display, I do have the display grids are on, so that it gives you that little tic-tac-toe looking thing on there. What else is there? Marker display, yep. And everything else is off on that. So go through the settings on here. So exposure,
this is like what you want to set it at. You know, it's pretty much built into the settings if you have it through the function button. This is what I have set up through my displays. I'm currently shooting on PP11, which is S-Cinetone, which is great for skin tones. So if you like to shoot on S-Cinetone, great for skin tones, you can leave it at that. But if you like to shoot in S-Log, PP8 is S-Log setting. And S-Log is kind of great if you wanted to have a flat picture profile. And that's pretty much that part. And then you color grade it in post. So keep it at PP11. And of course, the rest of it is standard stuff. Go through real quick. As you can look, you can pause it anywhere on the screen. If you don't know what I have put down, you can't use derange optimizer if you have a picture profile on, I believe. This is if you want more soft skin. I don't know if you want that or not, but you can use a filter for that, or you can do it in post. Zero display. Oops, where'd it go? Lost it. Zero display. Yes, I have zero display, and I keep it at 95, just so that I know if a highlights are blown out or not, and I can recover it in post. Focus mode, I have a continuous focus mode at a transition of 5, responsive blah blah, and focus area wide. I change it to red instead of white, so I know that what areas in focus. And of course, you know, circulate is if you move the little focus thing down. I'll show you an example. Maybe here's your focus point. Let's say, well, this is on wide right now, but if you have it on, let's say this point right here. Oops, actually, this doesn't do anything. My bad. Let me find out where that is. Oops, focus map off. Where that thing at? I actually don't know where it is. I think that's more for photos. So let me switch it over to photos and I'll tell you what it looks like. So let's say I have this focus thing right here. Oops, there we go. And see this thing right here? So circulate, basically when you go down, it'll jump back to the top instead of it just being, you know, just circles through, so you can keep on going. And same with the other direction, left or right. Yeah, so left or right. But that's basically what it does. So I'm gonna switch it back to video mode and boom, go back to the setting menu. And after that, face eye detect is on, because this is great face tracking that has built into this camera. I have it set to human. You can do animal and bird. You can select all of them just in case you find an animal or bird and you want to take a picture of it. It'll find it. If it, you know, if there's no human nearby, it'll track the nearest animal or bird if it's there. That's kind of cool. You can switch this to left or right eye to focus on, and it'll definitely get that in focus. What else is there? Let's see. Auto slow shutter, ISO, exposure level. This is, oh yeah, I think I went through that already. Boom, boom, boom. Zebra display. Okay, went through that. Yeah, went through that. Focus. This is kind of cool. Definitely assign one of your little buttons right here to show you the focus map. If you wanted to get you focus assistance, you can get that. It's like this little thing right here where if you're looking at a picture, you can get that blue and red, all that stuff, whatever is in focus. This is kind of cool. You get that focus map, and it'll show up like I forget which side is which, but I think red is in focus or blue is in focus, and the other one's not out of focus. And that's kind of cool. Peaking level is on, mid, and red is a color. Oops. And let's see, next. Playback target. This is like when you're actually viewing through, you don't really need to change any of that, but that's if you're going back looking at footage and stuff. Smartphone connect. This would be set up through the app, and you can, you know, connect. You can even connect your camera to your phone and then control it with your phone. This is through all those settings that are in here, or even transferring photos. So I'm currently in NTSC. PAL is more, I think, in Europe. So let's see, and of course this is go through all. This is what I have set up, so I'm gonna go through real quick. This is my custom dials, and this is my rear custom dials, my top, my lens. Pressing that little button on a G Master, you can this little button right here on the G Master, you can make it go APS-C mode, so that's what I have it set for. This is the custom settings for my dials on my video setting. And if I'm going too fast and you can't, pause it, just press pause on the video and let me know in the description down below what I could help you with. And that's basically it. And playback, you don't really need to know because there's not much. I just only have the record button with that little button on top, which they assigned it to right here. That they moved it from the back, which is on previous cameras, to the top, which is great. And that is basically that portion of it. Where else is next? Let's see. Touch operations. I have touch operations on. You can, toggle it to be off, but touch operations is a lot better because you can actually go through the menu with your touching. So it's kind of cool. And screen reader as well if you wanted to read the menu to you if you didn't know. This is on auto set, so that is basically all there is to mostly these settings. Select when connect, so multi and on, so that's when you plug in a USB-C if you wanted to connect to your phone / power it up, but I have this as USB power on, so power supply, so in case there is a power supply connected to it, it'll power it instead of using the battery. And HDMI resolution, you can output this and record on your computer if I wanted to. That's kind of cool. You can show up all the information that's on here as well as what's filming if you wanted to. You can even show the displays, all this display on here if you wanted to film and record it via the computer using OBS or something like that. And you can also use this A7 IV as a web camera, and that's basically it to my settings. And I haven't gone through everything, but that's like the basic setup for when I'm shooting video with this camera. And of course, I'm using a small rig microphone for sound, and that is the rest of this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer it the best I can. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.